Brett Jackson, good morning to you again. We are at Systemax. We talked about you have merged with another company. Introduce the gentleman who's next to you.
This is Dave C.I. He's the owner of CMFI, one of the owners, and this is the company that we've been working on for quite some time to put the two companies together. Where we've been, I've admired their company from afar, sort of frustrated because we couldn't take business from them, but phenomenal company that's been around for a long time and does a great job.
Dave C.I., good morning. Welcome to AM Springfield. Welcome to Springfield, and welcome to the merger, I'm sure. Tell me about a little history of your company and how long's it been around and how long you've been involved.
Sure. CMFI has been in business for a little over 40 years. We're very comparable to Brett's company, and we have about 7 different companies that have merged together over the years to offer what we do today. Basically the same types of services and products that Systemax does.
How did it start out? What was the original purpose, or what was the service provided when they originally opened the door?
We started as business forms distributor. There was 4 of those actually that merged together, and then over time there was a printing company, there was a design group that came together, and a direct mail company that merged in to offer what we offer today.
How many employees you're talking about in your Peoria operation?
We went through some of the same things as Brett's company. Our vertical that we were connected to is healthcare. That's our largest vertical market. We used to print all the forms and stuff that a patient would have in their chart and files. Of course, that world has changed, and that's all electronic now, so a lot of that has changed. So when Brett and I first met, we our businesses kind of went through that same process of seeing that cut back. We at one time, when all the companies were going, had almost 50 employees. When we merged together, we had 17.
The innovation you folks have and very much involved with, when you saw this industry that the backbone, depending upon it, for your almost livelihood, started to change, what goes through your mind? Would it be easier to run up a surrender flag and say, okay, we're done? What type of thinking goes through the innovation, finding new directions?
I don't think giving up is in either one of our DNAs.
Okay.
With those changes, you kind of see it and feel it coming ahead of time, so it gives you a little bit of time to start adjusting. We started becoming more of a creative company, I would say, 20 years ago, with merging in the agency business and getting more into environmental branding, more into signage, vehicle wraps, website design, stuff like that.
Do you ever sit down privately and think where the business is going in the next 10 years and how close can you come? I guess if you knew for sure, you'd probably not be sitting with us here today. You'd probably be relaxing somewhere in Naples or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Do you ever think about where it's come from in the last 10 years and where it's going to go through in the next 10?
I have. Joe's my business partner, Joe Cox. We bought 100% of the company about 5-6 years ago, and we've had a lot of talks about where it's going to go, and probably those talks is what brought Brett and I together here a few months ago to start talking. One of the things that I think they've done, and I compliment them on it, is they've not only made the changes that we've had to from being a business forms company to what we are today, but they've stayed very connected digitally with their customers, and that's a direction that we probably got weak on. We made sure that we had the talent and the things we needed to offer this stuff, but we didn't have that automation and digital connection that's there working for you with your clients, with inventory and placing orders and all that stuff. And I think leveraging that into our customer base is going to be a great thing.
Okay, he explained it from his perspective. Brett, why did you think it would be a good fit for you folks here to get together with those folks up in Peoria?
Well, I think that both of us are always open-minded. So when the conversations start, I'm always optimistic. But even from the very first meeting, what we talked about was I'm not really so concerned about all the logistics of it. I want to know about who you guys are as people. I want to know about the values of the company and what do you stand for, because if we're misaligned on that, this thing is just not going to go. And we've turned down options to partner with other companies because we just didn't philosophically align. And so that was priority number one. Are we on the same page when it comes to customer service and what we stand for as a company, and really the outlook of where we're going to go into the future? So that was a lot of the first conversation, and then we start looking at what are the different industries they serve. One of the industries that we've really been trying to push hard on is and expand into the healthcare industry. They've got a large customer base that's already there, and different industries, because we've wanted to diversify our business into other industries so that we weren't so dependent on one. And they offer that. They've got great customers in all kinds of different industries, and they've got different skill sets than ours. They do some of the coolest things I've ever seen when it comes to design and packaging and ideas that they come up with for customers. It's flat out exciting.
Dave, CI, how is this merger going to benefit your customers?
I think, Brett said in the very beginning what we talked about was that there had to be that trust and respect on both sides. And our very first conversation, that was there and it existed. It was interesting, I think, that our companies had been through the same issues, that we started the same and kind of went through the transformation that our industry is seeing. But I really think, Brett's group is a more progressive, younger group that's embraced technology and stuff. And like I said, we've hired to get the talent and have the creative people and offer what we do. But I don't felt like on the technology and that we stayed as connected. And they can reach out to customers, in many more states, and be connected to many more customers without having to go see them. We're more in touch. We work closer with our customers, but you can't touch as many customers as they do. So I look forward to that.
Brett, how often will you guys get together? Will you talk probably on daily basis for sure, I'm sure, now that the merger took effect this past Monday? How often do you see each other? And with the modern technologies we have and the videos and everything else we have, that's probably not as important as it once was?
Well, I would say it is important for us to work in this, and be together. And I've spent Monday and Tuesday up there going and meeting customers of theirs. And I would say that we're going to be in touch on a highly regular basis. But we've got employees out in California and other, in other states. And so we do utilize technology with video conferencing and conference calls. But there's just something about, being next to each other in the same room. And so I would say that we're going to, because of the proximity, it's easy enough to get up there multiple times throughout the week and get together and make sure that we're all on the same page.
Is it in the planning stages that maybe some of your employees will go up there for a day or two, or some of his employees come down here? What do you think, Dave?
Already doing it.
Really?
Yeah. It's already started happening Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So we signed the papers Monday, and Tara was at our office yesterday. Brett was at our office Monday, Tuesday. I tell you, this guy is never ending. You can get in touch with him at 6 in the morning or 10 o'clock at night. He's always connected there, answering questions, full energy. It's great.
Dave, what'd you do before you got in this business? Or is this business the one you got in right after school?
Yeah, my father owned a printing company,
okay.
So it's kind of in our family blood. My brother owns a company here in Springfield that supplies printing equipment and materials and does service, and it's just our whole family's been in it. So CMFI Group is not part of my father. It's totally different, but it's kind of in our blood. So I've been with the company for 33 years.
Did you ever envision where it would be today, this industry that you're involved in?
Not really, no.
Are you really good on cell phones and stuff like that and all that material and samples he was showing me, and flying a drone off of your cell phone? Can you do that, David? Please tell me no.
I don't really want to.
Good. I appreciate that. Like, I've never been to an ATM.
Yeah.
You really don't want to do that. Can you, 30 years ago, and watch the changes of technology and how you folks have had to adapt to be competitive? Had to be mind-boggling.
Yeah. Brett and I in the stores getting together, our business, there used to be a lot of business forums, a lot of continuous forums and stuff like that. And it was great because the industry was growing then, and it was new for everyone. And there was a lot of business, there was a lot of repeat orders. And today there isn't a lot of repeat orders, it's a lot of new. So you're running and moving fast and trying to keep up with technology as it changes.
Very good. Congratulations, Fred Jackson, on the merger. It looks like you two guys have known each other for many, many years. The compatibility I see here today, and it's going to work out for both, I guarantee you.
Well, thanks for the guarantee. That's good.
Well, my guarantee means nothing, so good luck to you. Thanks, Dave, for stopping by this morning. Thanks for driving by. Anytime we're here, I know you're more than welcome, I'm sure.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you.